Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be recreating popular Juice WRLD music videos and putting them into Minecraft. Please consider liking and subscribing. I'd really appreciate it, and these videos take a lot of time and effort, and I'd appreciate your guys' support. The first music video we're going to be recreating is Robbery. The music video is basically his ex-girlfriend's wedding, and I'm going to be recreating that in Minecraft. I started by making the platform where the wedding would take place. I do change this a little later, but this is what I have for now. I also add a decorative wreath doorway kind of thing with azalea leaves. After adjusting this for a while, I find something I'm happy with, and then the wedding platform is done. Next was the chairs. Now, in the music video, they used black chairs, but we don't have that in Minecraft, so I went with white instead. First, I put down a bunch of slabs. Then I placed down trapdoors and flipped them up to make them look like the back of chairs. Then the chairs were done. The wedding takes place in the forest, so I placed down a bunch of saplings, then bone mealed them to make full-on trees. I'm not sure why, but this was the first time I realized that the wreath banner thing that I made with leaves was floating, so I destroyed all of the slabs that I made earlier for the platform and replaced them with full-on blocks to make it so the wreath was not floating. I also added stairs on either side. I think this made it look a lot better and was also pretty realistic, even though it wasn't technically in the actual video. I also adjusted some trees that weren't placed right and replanted them so that I liked how they looked. Next, I had to add the bride and the groom. So the groom is done. So there is no Alex head, so the bride is actually going to have to be a dude. I dyed some leather armor white to make it look kind of similar to a gown. That's about as close as I could get. And now our bride is done. There were flowers in the music video, so I scattered some wildflowers around the chairs to make it look good. I also changed my skin to make it look like the actual Juice WRLD robbery outfit. And then I was mostly done. I finished the recreating of the robbery music video in Minecraft.
Psych!
At the end of the music video, Juice WRLD tosses a cigarette into the wedding and makes the whole wedding catch on fire. And it's a pretty cool ending, except I'm going to have to destroy all my hard-earned work, which was a little disappointing, but, I've got to do what happens in the video. And now I was done with Robbery. Let's move on to the next music video. The next music video we're going to recreate is Black and White. The opening scene of the music video is a bunch of people getting out of a sports car, so I decided to build that. But I kind of suck at building, so I may or may not have looked up a YouTube video. Don't judge me, it's harder than it looks. In the end, I got the sports car done, and it looked good, so it doesn't really matter how I built it, right? I also wanted to build a scene where all the people are sitting by Juice WRLD's grave. First, I placed candles and a ring, and placed down a sign that said RIP. Then I placed down chairs in the same strategy I used for the robbery wedding earlier. Place down 2 slabs, then flip up some trapdoors. I also added some candles inside the ring, and also placed down various flowers throughout the grave. Then I lit all the candles, and then I was done. The final Juice WRLD music video we're going to recreate is Bad Boy. I was going to do the white and black spiral at the beginning, but that turned out to be a little too hard. So I decided to just build the black and white striped wall. I also tried to build a black car. This is why I had to use the video for the sports car earlier. We don't talk about that. I decided to do the end scene where the 2 rappers walk away from people being engulfed in fire. I started by just lighting the ground in rows on fire, but that really didn't work. The fire wasn't tall and the fire kept going out, so this just wasn't going to work. I needed to try something new. Then I remembered that netherrack can have fire burning on top of it forever, so I placed down a bunch of netherrack and put fires on top of it, and that solved one of my problems. I also placed the armor stands that I was going to use for the people behind the fire, and that gave it a much better effect. I placed fire all around the armor stands to try to give it a better effect, but it still wasn't the tall fire that I wanted. Then I had the idea to place netherrack 1 block up so that the fire would be really tall. After adjusting the fire and adding some heads to the armor stands, I finally had something I was happy with. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like down below and maybe subscribe. I'd appreciate that support. I put a lot of time and effort into this video, so I'd appreciate it if you guys could help me with that. And that's all from me. I'll see you guys later.